Why isn't this going away? Come on. Hi, GT. Can you hear me? I got this thing in the middle. I can't get rid of it. I don't know why. Hi, Janet. You guys can hear me okay? I wish I could get rid of this thing. I can't get rid of it, though. I don't know why. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. Hi, Sue. I'm trying to fix this. I don't know. Oh, go away, go away. Cancel. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's just a big picture of me in the middle of it. Oh, is she? Yeah, I'm just doing a pop-up one. I might have to leave and come back out, guys, because I can't get rid of this. Let me try to redo it. Okay. It won't even let... Okay. All right. So it's just the one in the middle now. I don't know how to get rid of it, but it's good enough, I guess. Let me know if you guys see it. It just says my name on it. I don't know. It's weird. Anyways, I came on to do it live because you guys all know I need my watch hours, and that's the only way, I guess, that you can really get them. But today I'm making something I never made before. I'm making Italian wedding soup. I've never eaten it. My sister-in-law gets it a lot, so I'm making it for her because she does so much for us. So there's a lot of ingredients in this. And first of all, I got the recipe from Hope's Homemade Kitchen. A lot of you guys go and watch her. You are friends with her already. She did it last week or the week before, and I let her know that I was going to use her recipe. A couple of things I've changed just for our own taste. My sister-in-law, she used orzo. My sister-in-law asked me to put the pastini in it, so that's what I'm doing. Have you ever made it, Sue? Probably not. She said I've heard of it. Oh, that's good. That's going to be cool. We can actually sleep, hopefully. I don't have that ear on right now. I just have my door open and my my front door's open, the window's open. So that's good. So, but there's a lot of ingredients in it. The first thing I'm going to do, well, I'm going to tell you, before I came on, I cut up, this is for the soup part of it. I cut up 1 carrot. I cut up 1 celery. And I cut up half of a medium onion. So I did that first, so you guys didn't have to see me chopping. We're going to use parsley, we're going to use spinach, we're going to use chicken broth, breadcrumbs, we're going to use Parmesan cheese, we're going to use turkey, and other spices. So that's, to me, that's a lot of, oh, I forgot to take the egg out. That's a lot of different ingredients. I don't usually use this many ingredients in anything. Let me grab the egg right fast. And I wish you guys were here in my kitchen because it smells so good. We went to that concert last night, so leftovers are awesome, GT. I love leftovers. So I had shut off the pot roast because we went to the concert, and we ended up having sandwiches and pizza and stuff. So I'm cooking that today, and it is, I already took a bite of it. It's so soft, and my whole kitchen smells like it. So that's dinner. But like I said, I'm making this for my sister-in-law. All right, so we're going to start with the meatballs. And she did use 1.5 pounds. I'm only going to use the pound because that's what I have of the ground turkey. And she made the meatballs a little bit bigger. My sister-in-law, I know, she likes them real tiny. So I'm not going to use the scoop because the scoop is a little bit bigger than I want them. And so I'm just going to use my hands to form it. I'm gonna bring you down so you can see what I'm doing in a second. Let me just get this out of here. So I'm just putting the turkey in the bowl right now. So, and she did put them in the oven. I'm going to just kind of brown all sides in the frying pan. That's how I'm going to do it. So, and excuse that I'm going to keep on looking at this because I've never done it before. So she got the turkey. We're going to put the 1 egg in there. Let me bring you down so you can see what I'm doing here. So close to almost seeing. There we go. Hi, was that Nicola? Forgive me if I don't say hi because it's hard. My thing disappears once it comes up. So, we're going to put the 1 egg in here. So we got the ground turkey, 1 egg. We're going to use 3/4 cups of breadcrumbs. And she did use panko, but I wasn't going to go buy breadcrumbs for no reason. I'm just going to use the regular golden breadcrumbs. That's what I have in the house. That's what I'm using. So, 3/4 cup of that. And then 3/4 cup of parm. I'm going to have to grate this also. I should have done that before I came on, but that's okay. And I should have took the layer out first. Well, guys, this is real life. This is, I have to move a table to get out my grater. Oh. Excuse me. Now, she said you could use fresh Parmesan or you could use the stuff in the green here. So I'm going to use the Parmesan that I got first. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. That's a lot, 3/4. Yeah, that seems like an awful lot to me. But anyways, I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. So, I hope you guys are all doing good today. I hope you're feeling better, Janet. Hi, Spongy. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate all you ladies. You guys are awesome. I really got to try to schedule more lives, but it's hard for me to schedule them. It's just that I don't know. I mean, I know like my Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. I got that one down pat. But then the cooking ones, because I cook when I feel like cooking. Oh, that cat wants to come in. Alright, let me let outside cat in. And that looks about 3/4 a cup to me. And I gotta let outside cat in before it puts a hole in my screen. Come on. Come on, hurry. Come on. Come on. Oh. And you guys will hear the door probably in like 4 minutes. My front door. If the cat comes in the back door, then lets itself out the front door. So. Alright. So we got breadcrumbs, we got turkey, we got egg, we got cheese. Now we're going to put in a 1/2 cup of parsley that I do go to chop up. And now I got to wash my hands because I touched that cat. Ugh. Of course. Have any of you guys made Italian wedding soup? When she made it, it just seemed like she did it so together. This was so quick, you know. That's a lot of parsley. And even if I get it a little bit less than that, because, like I said, she used 1.5 pounds. Truman, get down. So we're going to pick all this off. You guys even see what I'm doing? Yeah. And if you don't have fresh parsley, obviously you can use the parsley that's a dried seasoning, but this time of year it's not that expensive, and it's I think gonna taste better with fresh. I'm just trying to get the stems off this. Big huge stems in here. Okay. Bring it over a little bit. I know my cat's always up here. Somebody might say something about it, but what you gonna do? He's an old man. Yeah. This is definitely not going to be like how much parsley she said, but this is a lot. Oh, it's a lot to put in this, I think. And you want to get it kind of chopped, kind of fine. I'm going to be biting into big chunks of parsley, I don't think. And I say it every time I use my knives. I'm like, I gotta find the sharpener or get some new knives. They're not very sharp at all. So I didn't look up when I asked if anybody had ever made this before. I'm just trying to read. Oops. Yeah, my sister-in-law, Janet, my sister-in-law gets it from the Roche Brothers, from their little deli section. Every time we go in there, she has it. So I figured make her a pot of it, and then she can just freeze some of it in those containers and pull it out when she wants it. Like I said, I think I'm going to put this in a cup so I can show you how much it was, but I don't think we needed to use as much as she said, because that seems like an awful lot to me to have in that amount. Okay, I'm just going to go through it one more time. Alright. Oh, I just said I was going to put it in a cup, but I already forgot. Alright, so I'm thinking maybe a 1/4 cup. About. That seems like a lot to me still. Okay. Sorry about my head. Because, yeah, does that look like an awful lot? Okay, so that's the parsley. Then we're going to use a 1/4 teaspoon of minced garlic. Now, anybody going to make this, definitely go over to her page and check out the recipe over there, because I don't, I'm just doing it for the first time. And I went and watched her thing again this morning and wrote it down. That doesn't look at that. It's just a little bit for that amount. We're going to give it a little bit more. We're doing a half teaspoon of minced garlic. And then 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. One, 2. And then I'm going to do pepper to taste. So a good amount of pepper, probably a whole teaspoon. Then she used sea salt. I'm going to use kosher salt because that's what I have. And that was a 1/4 teaspoon. But salt and pepper is always to your own liking. And you guys just saw me wash my hands. I'm gonna take my rings off. Bring you over here right to the stove. All right. I'm gonna put this on. I'm going to put it on 2. Let's add some olive oil. Get this nice and mixed together. Turkey's already a kind of a dry meat. I mean, it's gonna be better once you have it in the soup. And she also said you don't even have to bake them or fry them. You can put them in raw into your soup. But I'm choosing not to do that, so we'll see. And I want pretty tiny ones. Even that, I think it's too big. Maybe about this size. So, you guys can watch me roll out some meatballs. It's gonna take forever. So, yeah, so last night we went to that outdoor free concert. It was really wonderful. It was four divas or something. I can't remember the name of the band. But it was 4 ladies singing. They sang about all 80 songs. They were really good. Actually, it was 5 of them. 5 divas, 5. And 3 of the ladies, they sang really, really good. The other 2 sang better than I can sing, but the other 3 really stood out. So there was a really good night with that. So if you guys could hit that like button, that'd be awesome. Thank you, SSB. I appreciate that. I'm making Italian wedding soup. I've never made it before. It's a recipe I got from Hope's Homemade Kitchen. And I think you could also make this with chicken, not turkey. Might want to look that up. Hi, Nicola. And who's that? Great Journey. Thank you for coming in. But anytime I seen it, like, I see it at the, the salad bar there at the Roach Brothers. And the meatballs are always super tiny. It's not something that you want big meatballs in. And you want to do your best to make them all about the same size. I mean, that one's got a lot of parsley, but what are you going to do? And the same as when I made her the vodka sauce, I don't really have a point of reference to what it's supposed to taste like. So I'm just kind of winging it because I'd never tried it before. And a lot of people do use that, like a chili mac, that kind of macaroni with on the rings. But my sister-in-law specifically asked me to use the pastini. That's how she likes it. So it's really kind of a versatile recipe. But you can put your own preference. The meat that you use, the pasta that you use. And you know, there's going to be some Italians out there telling me, oh no. But, like I said, I used Hope's recipe and then some personal preferences from my sister-in-law. And right now, turkey meat's not that expensive, so it's a good, economical meat to use. Back in the day, oh, I'm talking, ooh, almost 30 years ago, me and my sister Sue, we were on, I don't even know what kind of diet it was. Our kids were just real little. And we made a lot of different turkey things. That's how I know that you really have to add stuff to turkey because it's really dry. But this is going into a broth, so that's going to help it. I don't know if you guys remember that lady. She had, was it Susan Powder? I don't know. She came on and she had like a crew cut, blonde hair crew cut. That's the diet we were on. We did good for a while, too. But anytime you go on a diet, not change your eating lifestyle, it really doesn't work out. For most people, anyway. Some people are dedicated, but I'm not. Now, Nicola, have you made this one before? Nicola makes some very good dishes. They always look so great. Well, you all do. You all do. But it's nice because Nicola is, you know, from a different country, so you have like things that we've never really heard about or used the products in that way. So that's always nice. Alright, just got a little bit more here. I'm going to do them all because what else am I going to do with this meat? Even if I don't put them all in the soup. And I don't really want to touch this, but Nicola did respond. Oh. That's good. That's good. Am I doing okay with it? Thank you. Thank you. I gotta flip some of them. Yeah, like I said, I've only seen them like in a small, really small ones. So that's why I didn't want to use a scoop. And I try to make stuff for my sister-in-law here and there. She lives by herself, and we actually live in one of her properties. So I try to do, what I can, for her when I can, because she does so much for us. Yeah, I'm like, oh, in my head, I'm thinking, oh, I can start that other part of the soup while this is going. But this is time consuming to make the little meatballs. Now, if you had the real tiny scoop, definitely would be a lot quicker. But I don't. The smallest one I got is still too big. And don't do this because it's hot, but I'm used to it, so it doesn't bother me to do it. And definitely, if you don't like the crisp on your meatball, don't do it this way, because we like that little crisp on there. And I think it helps them hold up. But if you don't, definitely put them in the oven or put them in raw. I never like putting any raw meat in the soup, though. That's just my personal preference. Okay, just a few more. So maybe 5 more. Okay, let me get my hands washed. So now we're going to start the other part of it, the soup part. So I got this soup pan on medium, and coat the bottom with some olive oil. We're going to take our half of the medium onion, and I got it chopped pretty fine. That's the way we like it. You chop your onion any way you like it. 1 celery stalk, again chopped very fine. 1 carrot chopped pretty fine. And we're just going to let this cook until it's softened. So we're going to give that, about 4 or 5 minutes, however long it takes. I'm just going to flip these. Now when I make regular meatballs, I do try to get them cooked just basically all the way through. But since this is turkey, I just really want to brown, make sure they're all browned on all sides. Because they're going to be in the soup for at least, 30 minutes also. And you don't want the turkey to dry out, in my opinion. That's just what I'm guessing. And, like I said, you can go watch her recipe and see if she does, oops, sorry, does it a little bit differently. I know I can't see anything you guys said. Thank you, Janet, but they look good. I wish you were here too, Sue. I think I've told you guys before, Susan is my sister. Hi, Rudy. Thank you for coming in. Or if you've already been in, because I can't always see what's going on. But yeah, I'm making this, like I said, for her. I will taste it, obviously. But we're going to have pot roast, which is already so tender. Some mashed potatoes, which I already cut up. I just got to turn them on when I'm ready. Gravy. I'm going to do some biscuits and a vegetable. I put carrots in the crock pot, but my husband likes carrots. I don't mind eating carrots, but I like to eat green vegetables more than I like carrots. But we'll see what I dig out of the freezer. I'm going to see, actually I'll probably see how much spinach I got left. And if I didn't mention it, spinach also goes into this. I might have spinach with my meal. Alright, so that I'm going to shut off. I'm going to get a cloth. To wipe my little spills here. It's turkey, it's lean, so there's not a whole lot of fat, so I'm not going to put them on a paper towel. I'm just going to leave them in that until I'm ready to throw them into the soup. This smells so good already. Turn it down just a little bit. I'm still going to let this sweat out. I'm going to put in some minced garlic in about 1 or 2 more minutes when I give this time. Because we don't want the garlic to burn. So that'll be the next thing that goes in here. And I'm just going to look at the recipe. Okay. Yeah, so far I'm doing okay. I haven't messed anything up yet. So far. And see, when she made it, see, this all came together kind of quick. It just looks like it's so overwhelming because there's so many ingredients. And I really don't cook a lot with a whole lot of ingredients. So that's the thing. But it's coming together quite quickly. The meatballs didn't take that long at all. And really, there was nothing I had to really go out and buy really special besides the pastini. I had everything here. Oh, I did send my husband to get the fresh parsley, because I did have some dry parsley. But I figured if I was going to make it for her, I really wanted to use the fresh. So, but everything else I already had here. This is not going to take long at all because I cut everything so super tiny. I'm going to add in the garlic now. And she said 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. Maybe that's why we didn't put so much in the meatballs, because we're going to put so much in here. Hopefully I have a tablespoon. This is the end of this. Let me drain some of this. Alright. A little bit more. Come on. Use what you got. So we'll use a little bit of that. That's the end of that. Another thing to add to the shopping list. And, okay, I'm like, I already lost my stir. Alright, so the next thing we're going to add is the chicken broth. Now what I'm going to do is, I have some of my own homemade chicken broth. She said use 8 cups. But again, I've reduced this recipe a little bit. And so I'm going to use this. This is about 2 cups. 2.5 cups. This is my own homemade. Then I've got probably about 1 cup in this one that I'm going to use first. And I got to get out 1 more. And then another whole container. We're going to turn it up. So give or take, I used about 8 cups, 6 to 8 cups. Then we're going to add some pepper. Pepper again is to your taste. We're going to let this come to a boil. And while it's coming to a boil, I'm going to cut up the spinach. So I'm going to bring you over here to do the spinach. How this live is, now all we got is, all you can see is messes. Now when you do a cooking, you can wipe up in between, you can stop and clean a couple things, but that's all right. Now, you can use frozen spinach, you can use fresh spinach. When I went shopping the other day, I actually like frozen spinach, but they didn't have any. I don't mind fresh. I just don't like the stems. Of course. So, I'm just going to take the stems off, that's all. You can buy the bags of baby spinach. I'm going to save this for the critters. And you guys all know that spinach goes down to nothing. So I probably am going to use it all in this soup. Just trying to save a little bit for my dinner, but that's alright. Probably make broccoli instead. Now this is unnecessary. You do not have to take them off. I just don't particularly like biting into the stems. Even in the bags of the baby spinach, I don't like. I take it off. You do whatever you want to do. And I'm looking at the recipe, and what I didn't write down is how much of the pastini to put in, or orzo, whatever you decide to use. But you know it's soup, so I'm going to probably start with a cup. After I do this, I am going to rinse it real quick. Spinach is one of my favorite vegetables. I love spinach. I don't know why I didn't buy two. I wasn't thinking. Alright. So we got this. I'm going to move some of this out of my way now. Now after, I'm going to take a wet paper towel and wrap this up, and this will stay in your fridge for quite a while. That's going to go over there. Like I said, these stems are for the critters, so I'm just going to throw it in here for now. So I can get at the sink. So what we're basically waiting on is for this to come up to a boil. And I've turned it up so that it will. I'm going to give it a, just, there's a couple of them that are kind of big, so I am going to give it a little rough chop. And then we'll give it a nice little rinse. And again, personal preference. I'm just seeing that some that are kind of really, really large. I'm just flipping it up. So I'm going to start out, this pastini is pretty small, so let me measure it out and see what I'm going to use. Because you know you don't want to fill it up with a lot because the pasta will soak up all your liquid and it's a soup. I don't know if you guys can see, these are like little, they're like little stars. So tiny they are. They're just little stars. So I think I'm going to start out with a cup. Because I did not write down how much you put in there. Now this is a 3/4 cup. So I'm going to do that. And that. So that's about a cup. And that's about almost half the box. So this is a 12-ounce box, so maybe 6 ounces. Hopefully it's not going to be too much. Okay, so we're just waiting on that. We're just waiting for it to come to a boil. Then I'll add the pasta, I'll add the spinach, I'll add the meatballs. Nicola, thank you. I hope it does. And like I said, I do not have a taste reference at all, so I'm just hoping that it's going to be good, that my sister-in-law likes it. Hi, Pitts Life. Hi, Aaron Day. I didn't see you come in. Thank you so much for coming in. I always appreciate you guys so much. So as soon as it comes to a boil, and you add in the pastini or the orzo, it's basically what you're doing is waiting for the noodles to be ready, and it's ready if you cook your meatballs all the way through. So actually, I'm going to open one up and taste it, one of my meatballs. But I'd let it simmer for like 20-30 minutes at least to let everybody come together, is what I'm thinking. I'm going to taste one of the meatballs now. See if it's cooked all the way through. Yeah, these are cooked all the way through. No pink. Hi, Deborah's Delicious Dishes. Come on in. I'm getting, I've been making Italian wedding soup. I already forgot what I was making. That's what I'm making. First time making it. Not my recipe. I got it from Hope's Homemade Kitchen. All right, let's taste this. Well, that tastes pretty good. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, you can taste all the flavors. You can taste the parsley. You can taste the cheese. It's pretty good. And it's still, it's pretty moist still. So that's going to be nice when it goes inside there. And with that little, just a little bit of brownness on it is going to help it. I feel that it stays, you know, it'll stay together more in the soup. That's almost ready to come to the boil. And with anything that you're cooking, you obviously want to taste it. I'm going to taste the broth and see. Sometimes it might need a little bit of salt, might need a little bit of pepper. You just never know. I'm going to say it probably doesn't because I did use one of my own homemade ones. And the other ones I usually get low sodium. You got to watch when you buy the box ones. They can be very salty. Taste this broth. I think it tastes all right. I'm going to leave it alone. But the meatballs get in there, the noodles, and the spinach, and taste it again. Might need a little bit more salt, but I'm going to wait till those other ingredients are in. Because I don't want it to be overly salty. And it does not call for it, but I think I'm going to add just a little bit of Italian seasoning to the soup mixture. Probably about a half a teaspoon. It is Italian wedding soup. You want to be able to taste, I think, taste that Italian seasoning. Alright, so we're going to throw in the noodles. And I'm just doing 1 cup of the pastini. What were you asking, Misty? Thank you, Deborah. I do appreciate that. It took me a long time. When I first started cooking, oh, it was so awful. All I ever wanted was to eat my sister's food. My sister Sue's in the chat, and basically, a lot of my stuff that I learned from her. I'm one of 8 children. And my sister Sue was that child that, you know, my mom worked and did whatever. She took on a lot of the responsibilities. So a lot of my learning came from her. She's a good cook too. All right, so we got that in there. Oh, I was going to look on the box to see how much the pastini actually said to cook. All right, al dente is 4 minutes. Firm is 5 minutes. Tender is 6 minutes. We're tender kind of people, 6 minutes. But really, I'm not going by that because I'm going to put the spinach in, I'm going to put the meatballs in, and I'm going to let it simmer 15, 20 minutes. And even though, like I said, let me get you over here. This is going to look like so much spinach, it's going to wilt down to nothing. See, already. Anybody that's cooked with spinach knows that it wilts to nothing. Okay, so now I'm going to start adding the meatballs in. And like I said, it's turkey, so there's hardly any grease in here at all, so I don't worry about draining them or nothing like that. I really don't know how many meatballs to put in here. Even now, seeing, I think I could have even made these smaller, but it's okay. Yeah. I am going to take a little bit more of the pastini, a little bit in my hand, and add it in there. And that's it. I'm going to let it go. Like I said, 15, 20 more minutes. It will be, the spinach will wilt down more. And all the flavors will melt. And I think that'll be the only thing that I would add, if anything. You know what? Actually, I'm going to do this now. Here's my little notebook. I'm going to take a little bit of the white pepper. White pepper and black pepper have a different flavor profile. So we already added the black pepper. I'm adding a little bit of this just for a little bit more flavor. So once it's all done, I'll taste it just for the salt content. Again, that's going to be a personal preference on how much salt you want in there. I think it tastes good right now, but once everything's all come together, it might need a little bit more. My kitchen smells so good right now, not only because of this soup, but because I got that roast cooking from yesterday. We didn't eat it yesterday. I had shut it down and put it away because we went to the concert and we had sandwiches instead. This roast smells divine. I can't wait to eat that. So I still got a couple more hours. I've already tasted it. It was like, let me show you guys this. Oh, I should have got a napkin first. Let me get this little bowl. Look at this meat, guys. I stuck the fork in there and pulled that right off. This is going to be delicious. With some mashed potatoes, gravy. I'm going to make some biscuits. It is so good. And I'm sure this is going to be good too. But like I said, I don't have a flavor profile. I've never eaten it. Definitely should have took out a little bit bigger pot, but that's all right. But for those of you that just came in, Obviously, you can go back and watch this, but if you go over to Hope's Homemade Kitchen, she made this, and as soon as I knew, as soon as I started watching it, I'm like, oh, I gotta pay attention because I know I want to make this for my sister-in-law. It's one of her favorite things, and it just seemed so easy. And I don't really think it was that difficult, even though it had a lot of ingredients, a lot of different components, and there's just something I'm not used to. I cook. It's basically all the same, you know, quick and easy. Bye, Nicola. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it so much. You also, Pitts Life. I really, really appreciate it. You have a great day, Nicola. I know your time zone's way different. She's over in Italy, guys. So her time zone's way different. I missed that other name. I'm sorry. Who was that? Hi, Mo, over there. I didn't see you come in. Thank you so much for coming in. I really, really appreciate it. And we actually cooked food today. My other lives, which I'm pretty steady on doing, is Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. But because I need the watch hours, I gotta start doing more lives. So I just figured, well, I can't really schedule one because I just never know when I feel like cooking. I don't know, you know. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I cook early in the morning and get it over and done with. Sometimes I don't. So it is what it is. Yeah, so good to see you, Mo. I haven't seen you, it seems like, for a little while. So that's really awesome. I'm glad. And everybody, Mo over there is from Canada. So we have a few people out of the United States in here today, so that's pretty awesome. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's what the soup is. I'm just going to let it simmer. Oops, I got it still on high. I want to let it simmer. I'm going to let it simmer 15, 20 minutes. I will do a short after it's all done and put that up to let you guys know, because I'm not going to have you sit here for another 20 minutes. You guys did awesome. I've already been on an hour, which that's really good because I can't even get my Bible studies to an hour. I don't got that much to say, it seems. And I got to clean up this mess. This is a lot of mess now. And get ready to start my other food. Yes, I do a lot of the shorts now. I didn't do them in the beginning, but she's got so many pages. But Regina, Cars, Trucks, and Jeeps, she's got probably about 10 different pages. She's really helped me a lot. She actually charges people to help them do different things. But I've never paid her anything. She gives me free advice all the time. And she really told me to start doing the shorts. That way I could bring in new people, and it's really helped me bring in a lot of new people. So I try to do at least a couple shorts a day, whether it's my breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And then I try to do, you know, the longer videos like every other day or something like that. But that's really helped me. And anybody out there that's, you know, is trying to still get people on their page, the shorts, there's a whole group of people that just enjoy watching shorts. And so they're there to do that, you know, help you out. And it helps you get subscribers. Yeah, Missy, that would be awesome to go visit Italy, huh? My daughter in high school, we were able to send her through the school on a class trip to Italy. That was really a highlight in my life. Even though I didn't go, my daughter got to go, and I was so excited for her. She was in Italy for a week, and they went to so many different things. Actually, she was in Italy when the first pope, not the one that just passed away, but when the other one passed away, and this one was, I don't know what they call it, but he came in, and she brought me back newspapers. I still have them in our chest from Italy when that was all being done. So, yeah. Yeah, Aaron Bay, that would be awesome to eat your way through Italy. Absolutely, absolutely. When my daughter went, that was my biggest thing. I'm like, well, what'd you guys eat and stuff? And it was really, they just went to places that served American food, but they were just young teenage, you know, kids. They were all between the ages of 16 and 18. It was the senior class trip, junior and seniors class trip. And so they ate at McDonald's. They ate, I think I got some pictures where they went to a little bit of a fancier restaurant, but it had American food on it. They ate American food. I know we were talking about that earlier today, Janet, and Janine's thing. I've never traveled anywhere outside the United States, and really I've only stayed on the East Coast. I've gone from Massachusetts to Florida. That's it. I've never gone out any other way. So I've been everywhere in New England and down the coast, and that's it. So it would be nice, to go someplace different sometime, or even travel outside the United States. I'd like to go to Hawaii. That would be really nice. That'd be pretty awesome. All right, Aaron Bay. Italy it is. There we go. Who hasn't gone past Georgia? So, yeah, for you too, Mo? Yeah. But yeah, that would be really awesome to go somewhere, and just to see the different culture, all the different things. I think that's one of the things that I like the most about YouTube. Because the people that I watch, we're able to see that little bit of the different culture, what they eat in, what their landscape is like. I really enjoy watching that from different people. In the kitchen. Hi, Janine. Thank you for coming in. I was just talking about you. Were your ears ringing? Well, it was nothing. I was just saying how we were talking this morning about traveling on your channel this morning. And Janine has been to a lot of places. She is truly blessed that she's been able to go so many places. And I enjoy watching her videos about it because it's just so beautiful to see the landscape, and she shows sometimes the food that they eat in there. And it's just so beautiful. It's so beautiful. From Portugal, yeah, that's really nice. We here where I live in Easton, there's a large community of Portugal people. There's a lot of Portugal restaurants. This is a very culturally, there's a lot of people from Portugal in the community that I live in. Yep. So, my thing's falling down. It has to be tightened again. But that's it, guys. We're just going to let this simmer away. And I'll do a short, let you know how it comes out. Actually, I don't want this to go. I'm not even going to let it cook anymore. I'm going to shut it down. I'll taste it. And then I'll let you guys go. I need a spoon. This is going to be so hot. Now, I already tasted the meatball, so I'm just going to get the spinach and some of the pasta. And I got some onions on here and the carrot. This is going to be steaming hot, just give me a second. And it was Janine that motivated me this morning to do this pop-up live. Thank you, Janine. Because I've been in my mind, I'm like, okay, I do the lives on, I really need the watch hours. I do my live on Wednesday, and it's so hard for me to plan a cooking live. I said, you know what, I'm just going to do a pop-up. People show, they show. If they don't, they don't. What am I supposed to do? I can only try. Alright. It tastes very good. Am I going to add salt? I don't think so. I'm going to let my sister-in-law add salt to it for her, how she likes it to taste. I think it tastes fine without it. And I'm going to get the cover of this and just let it sit. The pasta needs another minute or two, but with it sitting in here, it'll be fine. What I'm going to do and this is not in the recipe, is I'm going to add just a little bit of butter to it. That's just something that I like to do in soups. Not necessary. Not necessary at all. I'm going to do it though. And the other thing, like I said, I'm not going to add salt. I'm going to leave it be. I think it tastes perfectly fine. I'm not taking a bowl of it because, as I keep on showing you guys, I'm having pot roasting potatoes and I'm not ruining that. My stomach, I want room in my stomach for that meal, which I'm going to have shortly. And I'm just trying to look around and make sure I got everything in here that I wanted to say. Again, if you want the exact recipe, go over and check out Hope's Homemade Kitchen, because this is where I got it from. And hopefully, I still am going to do this short, because I'm hoping once we bring this over to my sister-in-law, she'll go on, watch it, and let you guys all know really how it tastes, because I have no taste preference. I've never had it, so I don't know how it's supposed to taste. Is it edible? Absolutely. Is it good? Absolutely. But does it taste like Italian wedding soup? I don't know. I don't know. Tastes good. Tastes really good. But I don't know what it's supposed to taste like. So I'm just going to let it do its business. It'll cool down. I'll put it in containers for her. We'll run that over. And I'm going to let you know, when you do serve it, you know, put it in your bowl, take some more of that fresh Parmesan and shred that right on top of it. So you do that when you go to serve it, when you go to eat it. So you want some of that fresh Parmesan on top of that. And again, I thank every single one of you guys for coming in. I appreciate that. You've been with me over an hour. That's amazing. And I'll see you guys on my next video. Remember, I love you. Jesus loves you more. And I appreciate every single one of you guys.